What do you think about the... Oh, oh my god. Right. I had a big rant earlier about some LGBT stuff, right? But this one, this dude, this drives me crazy, right? So, I have never watched this show. I don't watch reality TV. The only reality thing I ever watch, just out of, like, I don't know, tradition or whatever, is I'm a Celebrity. But there's a show that everyone knows about, and it's called Love Island. Now, I've never actually watched the show. I don't really have an interest in it. It's just not something for me. However, I have seen recently a bunch of people raging about some guy who apparently does hunting or whatever it is that he does, and apparently people are going absolutely like haywire over it. Like they're going ballistic over it, right? Like it's something that like really makes these people mad, and they get really, really frustrated. So I had to question like why this happens. So I said I have a problem with this because it's so hypocritical. Like, it is actually so... It's a very, like, hypocritical thing because people don't understand what they're doing whenever they do this, right? So let me give you an example, right? In the world, there's all the food you can eat. There's lots of food we can eat, and it's just... That's just the way it goes. We can eat lots of food. However, there's all the food we can eat. However, we humans choose to eat a specific food. And that food is meat. Now, I have absolutely no problem in the world with anyone who eats meat. I don't care. I should care realistically, right? Like I should care about this kind of thing, but I don't care. I think there's bigger problems in the world right now, and whatever. And I don't believe. I have a weird belief that if we were out in the wild, an animal's not gonna give me the same respect that I would give it, so I don't care. It's a really weird belief. I have to work on it, but that's just where I am at the moment. So you've got all these people who are meat eaters, who, because of their dietary lifestyle, animals are killed on a daily basis every single day. But for some reason, these people complain whenever somebody else is actually seen doing it. What the fuck is that? Like, what is the difference? Like, people will argue, oh well, but you need meat to live. No, you don't. There's vegans. Like, people just choose to not eat the supplements because meat tastes better, and fuck does it taste better. So, fine. But don't fucking complain whenever somebody kills an animal. You have no right to complain because you basically advocate for it on a daily basis when you eat your food. Like, literally that's what people do. They complain about these things, and it's like, you've no right to complain. Like, literally no right to complain at all. Because these guys, like, seriously, these are the people who, if you try and talk about this, they get all defensive. People don't like it whenever you like are right about something, and they just argue with you, and they don't like being told that they're wrong about something. So give me a second here. I don't remember the password to this. Okay, so people really don't like it. Okay, so you then have the problem of oh my god. So the argument people say is, oh well, people there's a difference between actually killing for fun and killing for food. So my argument against that is, in both these situations, an animal is going to die needlessly. It doesn't need to die, right? So whenever I eat meat, an animal doesn't have to die for that, because I could eat something else and continue my life on. Like, admittedly, it would be less fun because I wouldn't have any... I just like how meat tastes. I think it's nice. I don't care about the animals that are killed for. That's just the way I am. I shouldn't be like that. I know it's wrong, but that's the way I am. So I then have the issue of people who... But I don't go around complaining whenever animals get killed and boycotting everything whenever someone who hunts animals for himself, or whatever reason he hunts animals for, is then on TV and everyone's complaining about it. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's the most hypocritical thing in the world. Like, literally nothing... Like, there's very few things in the world that like drive me crazy. This is one of them. People who are so like hypocritical about it, and they don't actually understand that they're being hypocritical. Like, they actually don't understand how hypocritical they are. It is terrifying to me. Like, terrifying that this actually happens. But it is literally one of those things, and there isn't much we can really do about it because people are too ignorant to like people are too ignorant to understand where they're coming from and that kind of thing. But the issue still remains that it's very simple. If you eat meat, you have no right to complain. Maybe you could make an argument for endangered species, but you really don't. If you're eating meat in the first place, you don't care about animals. Like, you just simply don't care about animals. Like, it's that simple. So, yeah, that's my position on it. I don't think it's contradictory. I think it's a very fair position. The only maybe potential thing, maybe, is the fact that... no, Joe, that doesn't even... I was going to say something stupid, but no, that's not even an argument, because the fact of the matter still remains that you're being hypocritical. Both animals die needlessly in both situations, so what's the point? That guy got ragged. But, yeah, that's my take on it, so, yeah. Why did my Whimsicott not faint? Oh, I understand. Doesn't work. Oh, I actually didn't know it doesn't work on dark types. So, yeah, that's my stance on it. No, okay, no. So it's completely different. Like, if you like when you do you actually really think that? Like, when you go to a supermarket and you buy pork chops, do you understand that you're advocating for animals to be slaughtered for that meat? Do you actually not understand that? Like, whenever you go and buy meat in the supermarket, you're basically saying it's okay for animals to be killed so I can eat them. And no, don't give me that animals are going to be killed anyway. No, that doesn't happen, because the less demand there is for something, the less something is made. Like, that's bullshit. Right, I'm going to say it again. Listen very carefully, okay? If an animal is killed for your food, you don't need to eat said animal. You've every right to eat said animal, but you don't need to eat it because you can survive without it. Correct? Whenever this guy goes out and shoots animals, he doesn't need to do it, but he does it because he enjoys it, and you eat meat because you enjoy it. What is the fucking difference? The animal, in the same situation, in both these situations, the animal dies without need. So you've no right to complain about this other guy. We actually had some guy complaining on Twitter about it while his profile picture on Twitter was doing the Build-A-Burger challenge. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh, I don't know. At least for me, at least I'm consistent. Whenever I see this happen, I don't care. I have no right to complain about anything because I eat animals, so I also fucking, like, I'm basically the same guy as this guy. And everyone who eats meat is the exact same, and they're all complaining. It's actually, I'm getting triggered. It's actually the most hypocritical thing I've ever seen in my life.